Hi everyone, my name is Carol and today I will be sharing with you guys what I did to get into UCLA, UC Berkeley, and UCI. I am currently a junior at Stanford University and I have a lot to share when it comes to the college application process. I do offer one-on-one counseling and essay support that is meant to be accessible than most college counseling resources, because if you know anything about college counseling, it can be very expensive. So if you're interested in that, feel free to check out the link below. Also, if you're interested in learning more about my journey and how I got into these schools, feel free to comment down below some aspect of the college application process that you would like to see, and I would be so glad to make you a video. It is so crucial to craft really strong essays and a good application, because you need to remember that college admission officers only see what is presented to them in front of them, which is just a piece of paper and your file. So to break down the UCs, it's basically just one application and you fill out these PIQs, which are personal insight questions designed to get to know you better. And once you complete all of them and you complete the application, you can basically apply to all the UC schools through one portal. This video will be a culmination of tips, motivation, guidance, and a bit of my own essays. And these are usually things that I go over with my own personal clients. My room also looks very bare because I will be studying abroad next quarter, so it is a bit empty at the moment. But we can begin by diving into the PIQs. With the students that I work with, I try to encourage them to answer the PIQs that resonate with them and that often bring an answer to their mind when they read them. Why? Because it already showcases that you may have a potential subject and have areas to actually expand on and be able to dive into detail in your essay. I really encourage my students to sit down and pick the PIQs that really resonate with them. What are the ones that really can showcase who you are as an applicant? In choosing the right PIQ, you will be able to write your essay with a little bit more ease than if you were writing for a question that you probably didn't have much answers to. Another tip is to craft hooks that really bring the reader in. I will be sharing the 4 hooks that I used for my essays. The first one says, I scrambled to unlock my pink iPad as we approached the dairy section at Walmart. As I stood in front of the vast mirrors putting on interactive regalia, I reminisced on the journey I had taken to get where I was. I wake at dawn to a dark house. My mom is long gone. I do my normal routine before school, glancing periodically at the clock. Magic mushrooms, bearer of hallucinations, distortion of time, and illegal activity. This drug carries a tainted reputation that often nudges people to think of drug misuse. Contrary to these ideas, I think of therapy and hope for those in suffering. I really wanted to craft hooks that were going to bring in the reader and grab their attention in terms of them questioning what I was going to talk about next. Especially because some of these are kind of random, or like you wouldn't really expect someone to talk about. Like, for example, if someone talked about unlocking a pink iPad in the dairy section at Walmart, like it kind of really makes you question what their theme is going to be about. Also, going into the next topic, was not afraid to talk about the things that I was actually interested in, such as psilocybin, which is what I talked about in the magic mushroom essay. Another thing is to truly talk about what you are interested in. No matter how niche or different or boring these topics may seem, they are about you. And these colleges do not want cookie cutter students. They don't want copies of each other. They want students with their own aspirations, their own interests, that are going to bring so many great things to their college campus. All of these essays were extremely different in terms of what I was interested in academically, my life, what I wanted to pursue in the future. They all touched upon a certain aspect of who I was as a person to really give insight and a holistic insight of who I was. I wasn't just a student who was academically motivated. I had extracurriculars, aspirations, passions, and interests in other disciplines that I really wanted to showcase with these essays, because this was going to be the only chance, apart from my resume, to really talk about what I was interested in. Oh, and by resume, I just mean the extracurricular section and where you get to input your awards and hobbies and all of that good stuff. So what did I talk about? I talked about my journey as a ballet folklorico dancer. I talked about my interest in psilocybin and in drugs that carry a tainted reputation. I talked about my interest in wanting to explore them, as I was interested, and I am interested, in neuroscience. also talked about having my own YouTube channel and making videos and short documentaries on animal cruelty, human rights, and environmental justice. And finally, my most sentimental essay was talking about my community growing up in East LA. So to end this video, I wanted to read an essay, so I had to set you guys down. But this was the answer to: every person has a creative side, and it can be expressed in many ways: problem solving, original and innovative thinking, and artistically, to name a few. Describe how you express your creative side. And I said, I scrambled to unlock my pink iPad as we approached the dairy section at Walmart. After countless trips, I had concluded that this location provided the best Wi-Fi out of the entire store. I didn't have reliable Wi-Fi at home, so as my mom shopped for groceries, I uploaded my latest YouTube video. After watching Earthlings, a film on the exploitation of animals, I was inspired to make my own films. In 2019, I began to make my own videos focusing on animal cruelty and the hidden effects that the animal agriculture industry had on the environment and communities. To effectively carry out my message, I taught myself to create visuals in order to attract an audience. I pushed myself to learn how to edit media, write a well-written script, and create the graphics such as thumbnails, logos, and art for my channel. I used my YouTube channel as a medium to pursue my passion for video journalism. I wanted to address these world issues through a unique avenue and allowed my creativity to lead. My channel has now received more than 60,000 views and hundreds of comments. The comment section connected me with the world and reminded me that people were watching my creation on their screens. To me, it was a blessing to have been able to create content about the topics I was passionate about, knowing I had an active audience who looked forward to my videos. I wanted to show the raw reality of the various issues I addressed through my films, and I had all the freedom granted to do so as the director and creator. Throughout the years, I have refined my skills while simultaneously allowing new project ideas to prosper, and these experiences have ultimately led to my future career goals. In the future, I would like to continue making film and allowing my creativity to flourish in a professional manner. Now, of course, that was before I went to college and found out about so many more career opportunities, but at the time, that was something that I was really passionate about, and I took initiative to pursue these things even with limited resources. I have many more tips, especially when it comes to the Common App and applying to private schools and prestigious universities as well as scholarships. So if you are interested in learning more, feel free to send me a message down below through my website contact form, or just comment down below any videos that you would like to see.